Hey guys, welcome to the Engineer Wannabe YouTube channel. We are back on Saturday again. I mean, wait, it's Sunday. We're back. We're back on Sunday again.
Close enough.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and Keith is here with us. Keith, it's so good to see you. Thank
Good to
you
see you.
for joining me.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. How you been?
Good.
Yeah.
No new watches to report. I'm sorry to let you
Ah,
down.
that's
But yeah, I've noticed in the first 6 months of the year, I never buy a watch. I like plan for the remainder of the year. I think the last time I bought a watch was in the first 6 months of the year was in 2021. So it's been a while.
yeah.
But yeah, I've been doing good.
Yeah, that's good. So, do you have any plans for the future? Right? Is anything coming to fruition or?
I definitely would need a Laurier back in the collection. I'm waiting for them to restock one of their watches.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's a lot of stuff up in the air right now. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's
That's
good.
why that's one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you about the thing I sent you earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about that. But what's on your wrist today?
On my wrist, am I lagging at all, by the way?
Nope, no, not at all.
Okay.
Not to me, at least.
On my wrist, first I'm going to preface this being this is a fake wrist check.
Big.
I switched out a watch so I could talk about this. And
Okay.
also, it's not my watch, so keep that in mind.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But this is the Halios Fairwind. I've
Nice.
really been enjoying this. I've had it for a while, and I'm borrowing it from our friend Bobby.
Okay.
Um, he lent it out to Kevin at some point, and then Kevin sent it to me, and I've tried to give it back to Bobby multiple times, and he's just like, just keep it, just keep it. Eventually, I'm gonna have to give it back to him though.
Yeah.
Um, but I've really been enjoying it. It fits me perfectly.
Yeah.
Um, Almost didn't because I had to remove all the links and put in the micro adjust almost all the way, but it does fit me really well. Uh,
Okay.
but yeah, I've really been enjoying it. I know Kevin will say that he said in the past it's a good alternative to the Black Bay 58, which I agree.
Hmm.
I'd probably choose this over that.
Yeah.
This has the features I like better, and this is my first time with the on the fly micro adjust.
Okay.
Um, which it works really well. You push in the logo on the clasp,
Yeah.
and you could micro adjust it. But yeah, I've really been enjoying it. Um,
So I'm guessing the Laurier you would want is not the Neptune then.
no, I think it will be the Neptune date version.
Yeah.
I had the
So
Note 8 before the Series 3, but the Series 4 they improved a lot. They improved a lot of things that I didn't like about the Series 3, and I
okay.
think it just looks overall better with the date. So
Nice. So let's say you decide you're gonna go with the Halios as well. Would you think this and the Neptune could coexist?
I think in other people's collection, maybe, but I'm really trying to keep a small collection, and I think there's too much overlap with the two brands
Okay. I think
and
so
the
too.
look of them, and just um, the micro brands in general.
Mhm.
I don't want too much in my collection, so and to me, there's I think too much overlap between the two. Now, obviously, you could buy watches that look pretty different from both brands.
Yeah.
I think the Neptune and this watch are the most similar two watches you could pick from both brands to one
Yeah.
another. But yeah, that's what my struggle is right now. Is I want to keep a small collection, but I really like the watches I have, so I don't want to sell them. So how do I enjoy a new watch if I'm not willing to sell the ones I have? So I don't know what's
Mhm.
going to happen really. So
Oh, interesting. So if let's say going back to Helios versus the Laurier,
mhm.
you would probably say the Helios is superior?
The Halios is superior. Granted, it's
Yeah.
twice the price.
Okay.
It is superior, but I feel like I just like the Laurier brand more. I like the Neptune more. It's more my style.
I
So
see.
I just still gravitate towards that brand.
That makes sense. Okay. Okay. I was trying to see why you would choose the Laurier over the Helios.
Yeah, I just
Um,
like the watch better. Even though
right.
this objectively is a better watch. You could
Yeah.
look at the feature of this watch and say, "Oh, that's a better watch." I still my preference and still go to Laurier.
Yeah. Yeah. I can totally understand that, especially coming from Like this watch that I'm wearing today is the SBGW297. Like
Lovely.
objectively, the SBGY003 is better in almost
Mhm,
every imaginable facet.
mhm.
But for me, this is the better watch. Like for me personally, subjectively, it's
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
But objectively, like for anyone else, if they were trying to choose between this guy and the SPGY, again, granted, the SPGY is double the price, but
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
yeah, objectively, the SPGY is better. So
Yeah,
I can totally understand.
I think people who are into watches wanna buy more watches will sometimes look for things that are wrong with the watches they have specifically so they can sell them. Like, maybe there's nothing wrong. I think you just gotta be honest with yourself and just be like, "No, I'm just kinda sick of this one. I want a new one." But I think people try and like, this is a little uncomfortable. Oh, I don't like, and I know it's whatever weird thing you think of.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm guilty of that.
so so I'm so I'm you don't say.
Yeah,
So I'm trying
just
not to
saying.
do that. Like my Citizen, for example, is my least worn watch, but it's such a great watch. Like if I sold it for something else, will I miss it? So I just got to make sure that I don't do something I regret.
Yeah, that's hard. So why not add just one more? Just one more watch.
Yeah, I could see adding one more.
Yeah,
If it gets to be two more, three more, then I'm in trouble. So
yeah. Ah, better.
there's the Jeff McMahon. Jeff McMahon's been like pumping out videos every day now,
Yeah.
and he's been talking about what's it, the something principle. I'm gonna think of it, but basically, the more watches you have, the potency principle.
Okay.
The more watches you have, the less meaningful or the whatever each watch becomes.
Mm,
Um, so because I like my watches that I have and I want to wear them, there's only so much wrist time that I don't want to feel like
you're
you know
diluting the power of each
yeah, I'm
watch.
diluting the power of the watches exactly.
Yeah. Uh, interesting. I have to watch that video. Did that come out today, or was that more further in the future?
He's mentioned a bunch of times. I should send you. He came out with a video like his 13 principles or whatever. I should send that one to you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm still catching up with all the stuff going on. So yeah, let's say hi to everyone in the chat here. Bill, hey, good to see you. Hey, Keith, fresh from that farmers market.
Actually, it started up again here recently. I haven't been yet, so
Yeah. Wow.
I forgot about that.
That's been a long time. What was his Withered Manscape? Remember him?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Wonder what happened to him.
Yeah, hope he's okay.
He didn't like the lack of Invicta talk.
Yeah, yeah. Like lording over stuff. It's something. Anyway, hey Wilson, good to see you. Hope you're well as well. Underachieving Watch Collector, how's it going? Hey, Clayton is here. Hello, hello. Mowing the lawn. I was just mowing the lawn too. Um, Good day to do that. Not too hot, at least over here. GDMTL, hey, how's it going? Nice. To your Black Bay 58. Is that what you're wearing, JD? Oh, hey, Wilson asked for wrist check. Very nice. Thanks, Wilson. NH Rick. Hello, hello. Underachieving Watch Collector is wearing the Chub Mariner. Very good. Oyster Perpetual 41 green. Oh, that's my favorite OP. Well, not
Oh,
the
really?
41, but the green
Yeah,
dial.
yeah.
So good. Congrats, NH Rick. Um, Wilson is wearing the Peacock 2. Very nice. Bill K is wearing the Ultracron. I didn't know you picked one of those up. Very nice. Or did I know that? I feel like I didn't. JD actually wearing the Tudor Ranger. Very nice. Hey Anish, good to see you as well. All right, we caught up. We caught up. Okay, you want to talk about those King Seikos?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
When there's a big Seiko release and you're nowhere to be found, there's like a gap in, the watch hobby. Everyone's clamoring to know your thoughts. So
Really?
Especially, you know, it helps that you've had experience with King Seiko. You know, you
Yeah.
owned one last year.
Yes. Was it
So I'm
last year? I
curious.
feel like it was 2 years ago now. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Um, I never had the 6L King Seiko though. I
Mhm.
only had the 6R King Seikos. So like the is it silver dial? Man, my memory is really bad on that one. But these guys, they're interesting. What are your thoughts on it?
I think this is I think this is my favorite release of the year, I would say, so
Okay.
far.
Wow.
I think this is, like I think it's gonna really work. You know, it seems maybe big than you'd prefer. You personally would prefer, like, a 39 and a
Mhm.
half, but it's a cushion case. I think it's gonna wear smaller. It's less than 10 millimeters thick. I think this, for me, this is gonna be, like, a perfect fitting watch, but I also think, like, they look, at least in pictures, I'm waiting to see them in person. I don't think they're released until next month.
Yeah.
But I think it looks really nice, and I really like some of the dials that they came out with.
Okay,
Um,
which ones do you
my
prefer?
favorite, so I think the best looking dial is the limited edition blue.
I think so too. Yeah.
But I think the one that I would get most wear out of is the green. And this
Oh,
limited edition is a true limited edition. So like
yeah.
it's 700 pieces. For Seiko, that's pretty small. So it might be a
For
little tough
anyone.
to get. I don't know. What would you
Yeah.
say?
For anyone, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
For any
That's
mainstream brand, I should say.
right, right. But I think the green dial is the one I would go for.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
it's a good
Um,
shade of green. It's not too in your face green, but
yeah.
it's a little more interesting than like a, just a black dial or whatever.
What about the
Um,
purple?
yeah, not for me. I think it looks good. It's a good purple.
Yeah.
I think the purple of the prior King Seiko, there was like a light colored purple. I'd probably prefer that.
Yeah, the lavender
Uh,
one.
yeah.
Uh,
Didn't you have a red one too? Or am I making that up? Maybe you didn't have a red one. You just had the
I
silver
want
dial,
I
or you
wanted
had a
the red
brown
one.
dial or something.
Yes, yeah, I got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
brown dial.
yeah.
Um, but I wanted the red one for a while. Um, yeah, I didn't quite end up getting the red one though. So I don't know why,
Okay.
but the green is the weakest for me.
Oh, really? Interesting. Okay.
Maybe it's the picture, but I I feel like, and I feel like it might change once I see it in person. So these are like preliminary thoughts,
Mhm.
but it looks a little more cheap to
Oh,
me.
okay.
I don't know why. Maybe maybe it's the lack of some kind of texture on the dial, along with that degradé or fume um,
Mhm.
uh, color fade. But maybe it's because we've seen so many in the past few years. The green dragon so much that every other green fume kind of dial is um, really cheap looking. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, compared to that, yeah,
Like,
for sure.
yeah. How can you compare like a $30,000 watch to well, $3,000, I think this one was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so factor 10.
What do
uh,
you think of the price of this?
it's okay. Like again, 6L35 movement, right? So not
Mhm.
to be confused with the 6R35. I think the 6L35 is a good movement. I had it on the SJE 093, the recreation diver of the like the re-release of the 62 mouse, the original. And I enjoyed the 6L35 on the Alpinist recreation as well. So I've had a lot of time with the 6L35, and I think it's a really nice feeling movement. It's a nice performing movement. Granted, that's a small sample size, so one could be
Mhm.
to its usual Seiko shenanigans. But for the most part, I think it's good. Maybe I've been really lucky with the 6L35, but my ones were almost bang on, if I remember correctly, at least with the Alpinist. Yeah, those were all really good. So I'd be if I was interested in this, I would be willing to um, pay that money for it. But yeah, for me though, you mentioned the size is a little big, right? Um, y- have you thought of like the Doxa 200, sub 200?
Yeah, this
Um,
reminds me a lot of Doxa.
yeah.
The sub, not the sub 200, the new one that came out. I think it would wear too small, but I would get the sub 300.
Okay.
But you're talking similar pricing, in my opinion. The Seiko is a lot better quality than the Doxa. Um, I've I've got to try on the Doxa before.
Yeah.
And I was just talking with a couple people. Like Doxa's customer service is awful,
Oh,
like
really?
really bad. So that
Yeah.
kind of makes me stay away from Doxa. At least
Okay.
I've known multiple people who have had really bad experiences with Doxa customer service.
Mm,
So that also makes me kind of want to stay away, but I always keep coming back to Doxa too. So, and I think
yeah.
the Doxa sub 300 would be a little more my style. Like these are really pretty dressy.
Yeah.
And if you look at the watches I own, a lot lean dressy. The Grand Seiko leans dressy. The Ming leans dressy. My
Yeah.
Citizen leans dressy. So this kind of goes with it, although it's to the extreme I would want, especially for a kind of like a sporty looking watch.
Yeah.
This does kind of look sporty to me. So, but it still works. So as of today, I would want to get this over at Doxa,
Okay. Okay.
but that could always change.
And the bracelet seems like it's really good quality too. Like
Yeah.
the previous King Seiko bracelet was one of the best. Like, and that was in the 6R lineup, right? The one that I had was one of the best Seiko bracelets I had worn in a while. Like just plain Seiko, not Grand Seiko, but um, and this one looks really sharp as well. No pun intended. But um, do you do you like the look of this guy on the bracelet, or would you put it on a strap?
I do like the look on the bracelet. It's maybe not the first choice I would go with,
Okay.
but I like it's different. It's different. It's something that would stand out in my small collection. And I definitely don't have any braces that look anything like that.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't dislike it.
Okay. Okay.
What do you
And
think?
I like the way it looks.
Hmm.
I can foresee it being incredibly comfortable. Like you can see the way it kind of melts into this gentleman's wrist. Y- there's like a there's like a following of the shape of the wrist, and I can foresee that being really comfortable. I'm kind of extrapolating, but yeah, that looks like it would be really nice to wear, and it looks good. Um, but what you like your watches to look really good for a really long time, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be
And
tough.
yeah. How's your Grand Seiko holding up for
It's holding
GSK?
up so far.
Yeah.
I've bumped it a couple of times, nothing noticeable yet. So
Okay. Surface scratches like hairlines or anything?
there's very light surface scratches. I don't know if that mine is pre-owned, but it looked
Okay.
completely unworn. But I'm sure with handling and just sending it to me and whoever had it before, maybe whatever they did with it, that may have caused it. But they're not too noticeable. Like you really have to look for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this one would kind of fall in that category as well. Maybe a little bit more shine, more polished
Yeah,
surface on the top there.
yeah.
But yeah, if you're managing well with the 44 GS case, I think they should slide right in for you.
And this is a
Um,
lot of polish. I
yes,
don't
it
know if
is.
I don't think there's any brushing on the whole case.
No.
I think it's all polish.
Oh, okay, interesting. Let's double check that.
I wish I had a side.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
yeah, yeah, you're right. At first, I thought that was brushed there, but oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
It's crazy. Like I saw an eBay posting recently, and it's like, barely worn watch for sale. And I'm looking at it, and it's like, your watch looks worse than a watch I've worn for 2 years. Like you said, you only wore it for a few times. It's like, what did you do in that watch that it's so banged up? But
Wow.
everyone has their own standards for that.
Yeah, yeah. My one actually is I wore it every day for the past week. So Monday would be 7 days in a row. Um, let's see, a couple of surface scratches. We went to the river that's by our house,
Mhm.
and I was holding my youngest, and he while I was holding him like this, I could feel him like grabbing the watch a lot, and I didn't really think much of it. Usually, it would make me cringe, but he's the youngest. He's like 2 months old, so what could he have on his
Yeah.
hands, right? Turns out he had a fistful of sand. So,
Oh.
I would a little bit of surface crashing. It could have been a lot worse, but a very slight here and there on the 44 GS case, which yeah hurt my soul a little. My son, my oldest son, I find it funny that he now you can hear him tell the others. I got them all F91Ws, so all
Oh,
the kids
nice.
have F91Ws, and sometimes you'd hear my oldest say, "Daddy says the scratches tell a story," So
That's a good
so
way to
don't
think about it.
yeah
'Cause he
don't
could pick up you could be the opposite and be like, "We gotta be careful of the scratches of the watches, don't wanna scratch," and then they internalize that and they become the same way.
yeah.
So the way that they're being taught is much better.
Yep, yep. But although he goes against that, he says, "I Daddy says the scratches tell a story, but I don't like scratches anyway."
Oh, really?
So yeah, there's a there's one beat up F91W, not beat up, but it's got a couple of scratches on the crystal, um, and he doesn't want to wear that one, so he wants to wear the pristine one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Mine is
yeah.
just about to break, my
Oh,
F91W. It's the strap is about to split off.
oh, okay.
So, it's almost it's almost dead after 6 years. It's lasted over 6 years, so,
Well, why wouldn't you just get a nice 18 mil strap for it?
mm, I mean,
Just replace.
you buy the whole new watch for 15 bucks, you know?
Yeah, so true.
Yeah, I went with my
Um,
wife. She tried on a G-Shock today. She had a lot of interest in, but she works at a hospital. She was gonna use it there, and she thought it was way too thick. Um,
okay. Has she
w
seen, like, the Baby G,
Yeah, she
the
liked the look of the Baby G that we saw there, but she didn't like the color, so if she found the right color, she would
okay,
get that instead.
yeah. I just bought my wife, a Baby G as well, but it's the Casio Oak, but the smaller version, and
Okay.
it's, pink, like a light pink all over,
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
yeah, she really enjoys that one.
Yeah, you had the white version of that, didn't you?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I gave it away to someone,
Mm,
I think a coworker. Um Yeah, so the only G-Shocks I have are the ones, Clayton gave me, someone is borrowing the one Steve gave me, um, and,
the one
the one
Chaz
Chad
gave you?
gave me. Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
that one's I think I wear that the most of the 3. The Mari
Okay.
one is super cool, but it is, loud.
Yeah.
Um, so I stare at that, so I look at it a lot, but I don't wear it as much as there's rare occasions where I could put that on. Maybe if I'm mowing the lawn, but if I'm quickly going out to the river or something, or taking the kids out somewhere where we might do something a bit more rough, I usually put the Chaz G Shock, the Chaz Shock.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, let's get back into the chat here. Charles, hey, good to see you. I don't think I said hi to you earlier. Jason, the thumbnail is this guy, the SBGW297. Um, the bracelet. JD does not like the bracelet. Uh, this kind of looks like a bunch of teeth, doesn't it? Like let's see. Ah, sorry, bear with me here. Yeah, yeah. I still like it. It's weird that this doesn't get me going as much as I thought it would, because I feel like that would get my blood pumping a bit more.
Yeah.
Um, because I really like some cushion case watches, like the Rado Mark II
Mm,
or Mark III, was it? Captain Cook. That's a really, really nice cushion cased watch. Are you familiar with that one?
I don't think so. I
I've
could picture a
all
cushion case Rado, but I don't know. I have no idea if it's the same one.
yeah. I'm gonna say Mark two. Let's try Mark two. Yeah, that's it. Ah, that's so nice. In my opinion. What do you think? Beats a race.
I'm surprised you're into it. I'll be honest.
Really? That's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
yeah. It doesn't seem like a Sanjay watch to me. I don't know.
No?
Probably because
Uh,
I'm so used to you just like being into Seiko and Omega and Tudor or whatever.
yeah. Uh, yeah. I Well, I mean, Seiko has the baby turtle, right? I've almost purchased that a couple of times. You still have the baby turtle?
I never had a baby. Oh yeah, I have the Slim Turtle. Yeah, yeah.
Slim turtle. Sorry.
Still have it. Was wearing it
Yeah.
yesterday because we were supposed to get really rained on, and luckily we didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still have that one.
So, would you think that the King Seiko, say you got it, would you think that would compete with that Slim turtle?
No, because like one lead's pretty dressy, one lead's
Yeah.
more tooly. So I don't really like having more than one watch a brand per brand.
Yeah.
Um, but I could see making an exception for Seiko. Like I've been eyeing, just to have some fun with the Seiko speed timer, the
Okay.
39 mil like quartz, solar quartz chronograph. Because I've never owned a chronograph. I really like the look of that one, so I could see getting that one too. So
Yeah.
you always make it. You make these rules and you make exceptions for the rules. So
Yeah.
maybe Seiko would be my exception to have multiple watches per brand. I've already had two Seikos in the past, so the one didn't last long. I still think about buying that one back too, the 5KX GMT orange style.
Yeah.
I might have sold that prematurely,
Yeah.
so
I've
that might be
I've
coming
been
back.
I've been really tempted with the 5KX with the ivory dial, the 38 mil 5KX.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that on a live. I meant to look that up because I don't really recall that one.
Okay. Let's see if we can do it live real quick. I have no idea what the reference is because I only see it at the mall when I'm walking through it. Um, Seiko. What do I even search? 5KX, I guess. 38 mil. Okay, so that's the teal dial there. There's the ivory one. Oops. Okay. So that's the ivory one there.
Okay,
I'm talking. I. Oh, can you see it or what
it
happened?
went away. Oh, it's moving around. It's big again. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So that's the one that I'm tempted with every time
Yeah, I
I.
just don't see you buying a Seiko 5 at this point.
No.
I don't think you're willing to dedicate the wrist time to a Seiko 5 with the other watches in your collection. That's
Yeah.
I see it just kind of sitting there. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're probably right. Actually, I think that's what's kept me from getting one in the first place, especially when they had like this crazy 35% off plus 10% for members. So it's
Mm,
like 45 off or something.
yeah.
And it was hard to walk away, but I think the reasoning was, when am I gonna wear this kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Another
that's nice.
cushion case I really like and I've thought about buying, but so far hasn't, is the Bullifa Oceanographer GMT, the like rose gold version. That's a really good one too.
Okay.
Um, but I think that would look best on the bracelet and it would be way too heavy for me to wear on the bracelet. So,
Yeah. I've had bad experiences with Bulova bracelets. Just
okay.
not like not like uncomfortable or anything, but back it's going back like 5 years now. Though the last time I had a Bulova was the Accutron, but it was a re-edition of the Accutron,
Okay.
and it came with this really nice mesh bracelet, but it had links, and you couldn't get it short enough for my wrist. So even though the watch fit my wrist relatively well, the none of the bracelets actually that I saw would get short enough to go on my wrist. So it
Okay.
always go on strap. So it's something to keep your mind, like keep your eye out for
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you go below
Yeah, it's a good point.
yeah. It's weird because you think like the opposite is true with Tudor. Like with the rubber straps that come on Tudor, they're a bit too long. Um, I'm sure they make shorter versions, but like the stock strap that you get at the store, the rubber is too long for my wrist.
Okay.
And the bracelets get short enough. They all get like small enough, save for like the big ones, like the bigger Pelagos. Um, they do get small enough, and you can kind of make it work. But yeah, the rubber strap can't get small enough, even when you cut it all off.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see, Bill says he likes the purple dial of that. King Seiko. JD likes the white dial. Is there a white dial? The light blue?
Yeah, the silvery white dial.
Okay.
That's one of the 4, yeah.
Jay Paul, hey, nice to meet you. Welcome live. Daniel says I have a Bulova and 2 Elgins, $500 for all of them. Mostly into jewelry. I'm going all yellow gold. White gold Daytona would look nice, but first you need the 20K car. Yeah.
Don't you feel like you're missing some gold in your collection? You don't have any gold, right? Maybe maybe that like vintage watch that Caliber gave you. That might be
That,
gold.
there's no gold in it. Like
Oh,
it's
okay. Well, gold tone. Or am I
no,
just making that up?
no. I mean, I could see how you'd think that's gold. It's not.
I'm going based off of memory, and my memory is not great. So,
It's
okay,
got
yeah, yeah,
gold
yeah.
indices and
Okay,
stuff.
I was saying the case was gold tone for some
Yeah.
reason.
This is such a good watch. But yeah, I do miss gold, especially the the two tone Tudor Royale. Oh, just
Why'd you get rid of it then?
no, the two tone Tudor Royale was a bit much. It was nice. It was a bit much, but the two tone Blackbeard 36 though, that I really enjoyed. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
if you remember, my wife is
Oh, I
in
remember.
the
I think it,
like,
I think I'm gonna keep
mer-
this one. That's exactly what you said.
the merciless mocking was kind of got to me after a while. I don't like being
Oh
called a
yeah,
used
yeah.
car salesman.
The
Um,
verbal abuse from your wife.
yeah, yeah. Well, sir, I'm running out of time. I got to take my son to the library.
Alrighty.
It was really, really nice to catch up with you,
Yeah,
and
good talking to you. Thanks for having me
yeah,
on.
yeah, it was really nice. Really nice to see your face. I don't. I see it normally. So.
Try not to try not to go away for as long this
Oh no!
time.
See, I've been back 3 weeks in a row now. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I
Well,
I shouldn't say anything, but I don't think I'll be like that long of a hiatus.
let me tell you,
I'm
if I had
really
5 kids, you never see me again. That's that's all I gotta say. So the fact that you show up every once in a while, even if it comes to that, that's more than we can ask for.
nah, it's not as bad. Time was there's still time. There's time to do stuff. But anyway, do you have anything you'd like to plug? You've been listening
I
to
don't
or
think so.
watching? No?
Yeah. Wish I came prepared, but nothing right now.
Yeah. Um, I recently listened to. It's been a while, but I listened to an ID guy video. Um, he did. What was it? Things he wish he knew before he started collecting. It's like this,
Okay.
YouTuber thing, like the
Yeah, a
uh,
different YouTuber
spirits
just
and
did
stuff.
that. Watch Crunch just did that, like a similar thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. I I enjoyed his commentary. So ID guy's commentary. I'll have to look at what Max said, but um, yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, I recommend to watch.
Cool.
um, Guys, thanks so much for joining in. I hope you all have a great week ahead. Remember, you are infinitely valuable, and hopefully see you next week. Bye, everyone.
See ya.